And welcome back to the Sioux Falls Arena in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It is time for the Major League Combat Finals. The most deadly combative juggling you're ever going to see. Get ready for 5-on-5 team death matches. It's Major League Combat.
Live from the Sioux Falls Arena, it's the Major League Combat Finals on ESPN 3. A 5-on-5 elimination tournament team deathmatch featuring the most deadly men to ever yield a club. 3 clubs each, 30 clubs in total, 10 combatants, 5 methods of combat. They're putting it all on the line for the 2012 championships, and you're about to see it happen in front of your eyes live. These will be the world's most dominating combat players the best natural selection has to offer. The most evolved, deadly, predatorially superior teams, and they are about to lock horns against each other for the first time right now. This is Major League Combat!
Major League Combat requires jugglers to attack other jugglers while juggling.
You will see a lot of the competitors that you saw in the individuals.
This is how tightly knit this group is. Not only are you seeing some of the competitors out there, you're even seeing some of the judges out there of the competitions. So there may be some scores that some of the competitors may want to settle with some of the judges, and we may see that out on the field right now.
And that is a look at Team Swift. Now it's time to meet Team Riddles. Casey Rentmeester coming out. Doug Sayers.
Your current champion, Doug Sayers, is out there now. Joe Showers, a great juggler and a great combat player. That's Joe Showers right there.
And there's, let's take a look at the rosters. There you see Team Swift. Stephen Bransel, Sean Carney, Jack Levy, Joey Spicola, Colin Revere, and Daniel Brown. That is Team Swift. Now let's take a look as Team Riddles, Josh Horton, Doug Sayers, Casey Rentmeester, Benjamin Thompson, and Joe Showers.
You'll notice the Team Riddles is down one player. Their 6th player, Vova Galchenko, possibly one of the best club jugglers in the world, certainly the best club juggler here, had a big injury yesterday in a scrimmage match. He sprained his ankle, and so he's not able to compete, so they're down one player.
Tonight we will see Team Riddles go up against Team Swift, and each team brings unique personalities. Let's take a moment to find out who these players are.
Yeah, last year they came out with some new tactics we hadn't seen, so we definitely have to be prepared for whatever they do. They are at a huge advantage because they all live in the same town.
I don't have any breach strategy.
We suck at breach strategy.
Terrible breach.
Breach was the only game that they beat us in last year, so that's probably the only one I'm worried about.
I'm most worried about Sean Carney and his strikes to the eyeballs.
So last year Ben was our runner in breach, and I think he just ended up being by himself a little too much, so I think we definitely need to be keeping a closer watch on him and making a better path for him instead of just attacking the people. I think we should be more bodyguards. I really like zombie combat. I think it requires the most strategy, and I think you are most dependent on your team in that competition as well. And so I just think that because it requires more strategy, it's the most interesting of the games. In zombie combat, you just got to keep an eye on everything that's going on. So if you see that there are 2 people not juggling that can be reactivating one or the other, you just have to be ready.
I think the easiest for us would be sumo combat because I don't think we've ever lost sumo combat to anyone ever.
I think this year we're going to go for a complete shutout. Last year we were pretty close. We only lost 1 game.
Mostly the strategy remains kill the other team. Sometimes it gets a little more complicated, but rarely.
I think being aggressive is a main thing for us. I think we were too passive last year, and that's what ultimately hurt us. So I think we need to hit our opponents more head-on this year.
He's our main force.
He's the giant. It's huge.
We've all tried to face Stefan one-on-one to almost no avail. We can't really get him out.
You see one of Doug's tricks, and he'll try multiple times, and by then you're ready for it. So
He got me good last year.
Well, he tried
I gotta
to
pay attention more.
yeah, he tried it on me and I got him. I've been razzle-dazzled before.
Doug tries the razzle-dazzle, I'm going for the crotch.
They've got a couple of really strong people.
Probably most afraid of Josh Horton. He's probably the strongest sumo player.
I've yet to go up against Josh Horton, but from what I saw last year at MLC, he just destroyed in sumo, so I'm looking to the challenge of taking him on.
I'd just like to come out stronger than we did last year. We're a lot better team than we showed, and I'd like to put that out there. If we still lose, well, we still lose, but I'd like to do it at our best, not at our worst.
Now, this is a violent game, but there are some rules. We have 5 different gameplay formats that we're going to see tonight, starting with Aggregated 5-on-5.
And to help us understand how Aggregated 5-on-5 is played, I went to the MLC head referee, Matthew Wise. I'm here with head MLC referee, Matthew Wise. MLC can be very complicated. Help us understand it. Tell me what Aggregated 5-on-5 is.
Aggregated 5-on-5 starts off as 3-on-3. Once a team takes out a player from the opposing force, another one of their players comes in, gaining the advantage of a 4-on-2. If they get another player out, it becomes 5-on-1. The opposing team can still make a comeback if they take out just one player, bringing it back to 4-on-2, and then back to 3-on-3. The game can go back and forth until all members of a team are eliminated.
Can I please have 5 minutes of the clock? Team Swift, are you ready? Team Riddles, are you ready?
So the winner of this game is whoever gets the most points in the next 5 minutes. Levy's out there with an early attack. And as you look, each time they knock a player out, another player from their side comes in.
It's not unlike when some of the kids grew up playing dodgeball. Similar type of theory there.
Exactly. It's like dodgeball, but if the ball was heavy, had a handle on it, and you could hit somebody else in the face with it at close range.
Other than that, remarkably similar.
Remarkably similar.
There you see Thompson is down, and I think that's going to do it. That's going to give the point to Team Swift.
First point to Team Swift, and they need that. They want to win this badly.
By the way, our official, Matthew Wise, is also an outstanding juggler himself.
He has so much to watch for in this. It's impossible with all the violence to keep track of what's going on. Joe Showers comes out for an early attack, but both players survive.
Levy with the nice catch over on that far side.
You can see Bransel's hanging back. He's looking to see, and Bransel's going to go against Rentmeester here. He's going to take him right when Rentmeester had his club in the air, and Bransel almost catches his club, but they both go out. Now, when you do that kind of sacrifice attack, not on purpose, but both of you go out, it makes no difference to your team because 2 new members come in immediately.
It is 5-on-1, and that's going to do it as they knock out.
That's a beautiful beautiful early advantage for Team Swift.
Yeah, they're out to the quick 2-0 lead. Again, this is timed. It is a 5-minute competition.
The individual jugglers on Team Riddles, there are some stronger players on Team Riddles, but they don't work together. Team Swift, most of them practice together. They come out of a group called the Jugheads from Edina, I think it's Edina, Minnesota.
Yep. Suburb of Minneapolis.
Right. There's like maybe 50,000 people in there, and I think currently about half of them are Jugheads. The Jugheads are growing. We're on 4-on-2. We're back to 3-on-3.
Again, once you get...
Thompson versus Spicola. Spicola goes down, and Thompson is still in. So that takes us to 4-on-2.
So again, very important that Brown, and he will actually...
Now it's 5-on-1.
5-on-1?
5-on-1. It's just Bransel, and Levy gets back in. So that's good, and now we're back to 3-on-3. It moves so quickly there. And you see Josh Horton there take out 2 players on 1 move and keep himself juggling. It was amazing. Carney does an attack. He didn't mean it to be a sacrifice attack, but it was.
And that's going to do it. Riddles will pick up the point, so they get back into it.
So Riddles is finally on the board.
1 point, Team Riddles.
Josh Horton doing some celebrating there. Team Swift still with the lead, though.
Probably the best combat players on the field right now are Horton and Bransel. They're both so aggressive and so strong.
Showers will be knocked out.
It's Bransel against Sayers there. Both survive it. Immediately, Horton comes in to attack Bransel. You see that? Horton saw that Bransel was in an attack and took on that second, and yet all 3 survived.
And Casey Rentmeester will be knocked out by Spicola.
And look at how aggressive Carney is.
Spicola going after Thompson now, and another nice job by Horton of coming in on the attack when the other player was actually attacking.
Right, here we're on 3-on-3, we're going back to 4-on-2, and if you watch Carney has a really unique attacking style. Instead of throwing just one club up, he'll throw 1, 2, or even 3 all up and just throw himself at anyone he can.
Rentmeester is out, but Sayers was able to get back in.
Right, but immediately taken out by Spicola, who took out Sayers and took himself out in the process.
Horton 1-on-4, and it does get physical. We've got a foul whistled.
The fouls are, you can only attack another player's club. You can't attack their body. You can't throw your body at them. It's only a clubs against clubs contact. A little bit of incidental contact is allowed, but Matt is trying to make sure that nobody gets injured. As we said, we already had one player eliminated from the competition due to injury yesterday, and that's Vova Galchenko. And everyone here at the WJF and ESPN would just like to tell Vova, suck it up.
That's right. He is an incredible performer. We really missed watching him perform this year.
And another point for Team Swift. That's 3-1, Team Swift.
And as you watch the combative games here, the Major League Combat, keep in mind that this was actually created by the players themselves. Jugglers for years have been taking part in combat.
Absolutely. It started about 20, maybe 30 years ago as a game called Derby. And in Derby, all you did was just sort of push up against the other player. That evolved into combat, which was a group of jugglers, 20, 30, 50 in a big circle, last man standing wins. But the problem with that kind of combat is you could just hang back and not attack, and you could win just by not being noticed. You can't do that here. This is all aggression all the time. And look at that play by Bransel, halfway across the field. Whenever Bransel attacks here, you'll notice he throws a club high. He never throws that stationary. He's going to always throw it so he's moving.
So Sayers and Thompson are the two left, so it is now 4-on-2.
Right. And again, you see that attack by Bransel? A lot of the times, the attack consists of a club thrown high and then just whack with those other 2 clubs as much as you can. But if you throw that high club straight up, you've got to go back to get it, just like you saw Levy try to do there.
And Spicola actually over in the corner was able to steal one of the clubs away from Sayers. So
totally
nice
legal.
job.
Totally legal. Stealing is totally legal. Here we go. It's 5-on-1. 5-on-1.
Josh Horton.
He's got to take out 2 players to help his team in this run.
He got one.
He got one. That doesn't help him, but it's still 5-on-1 against Joe Showers. So it's all 5 against Joe Showers. Showers makes a big attack, goes for the club, barely, almost makes it. And that's a point for Team Swift.
And so Team Swift will take the 4-1 lead.
Showers is a super, super aggressive combat player. He doesn't ever want to hang back. He only wants to be on the attack.
Team Swift, 1 point. Team Riddles. Team Swift takes aggregated 5-on-5.
So Team Swift is your winner in the aggregated 5-on-5.
Now that score there, 4-1, that's not going to matter after this. What it is it's 1 point for winning that game. So whether they had won by 3 points or 2 points, doesn't matter. They're now, the overall score is just 1-0 Team Swift. And they've got to start again with Sumo.
And so that concludes aggregated 5-on-5. Take a look at some of these replays.
Here we see Thompson. Thompson taking out Carney. So smooth. There's Joe Showers making that super aggressive move. He almost makes it to that club. He's so close.
But we have sumo combat coming up from the Sioux Falls Arena. Welcome back to the Sioux Falls Arena in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So far, it is Team Swift on top, 1-0 in the Major League Combat. We're about to get started with Sumo Combat. To help us understand the rules of Sumo, once again, MLC head ref Matthew Wise. So Matt, here we are in the Sumo ring. Explain to me how Sumo Combat actually works.
Sumo Combat is a fast-paced, one-on-one version of combat, where players from each team line up for their chance to go against the opposing team's players in a more intimate exchange of attacks. Each player can attack with traditional combat methods, or use his or her body to push opponents out of the sumo circle. The player to drop a club or step both feet out of the sumo circle loses the round and returns to the back of the line. The team that accrues the most victories in the allotted period of time wins 1 point.
And so we are set to go with Scotty Meltzer. I'm Mike Henriksen. Let's get ready to sumo.
This is Sumo Combat. We have 5 minutes on the clock. Team Swift, are you ready? Team Riddles, are you ready? Both players enter the ring.
Team Swift has got to be so happy that they took that first point
Team Swift.
in aggregated 5-on-5 because it's so hard for them to win here in Sumo because their advantage of being a team as team players goes away because this is all one-on-one combat. We've got Sayers against Spicola here.
Spicola with the aggressive move. Again, you need to stay inside of
Oh,
the
did you
circle.
see that? That's a beautiful thing from Spicola. Spicola ended up juggling 4 clubs to end that. That's not just winning, that's an insult. And Spicola does his attack, but takes himself out of the ring.
Now,
you must have 1 foot in the ring at all times. You can get that 1 foot out, so showers is still legal, but he can't let that 2nd foot go out.
Brown with the high throw to try to go back and attack Showers, but it
Showers
doesn't
stays
work.
in. Showers against Revere. They step back. Now, in this one-on-one combat, the first player to attack is a big advantage. So you want to be the aggressor here. It's Levy against Showers. Showers on the attack. Right now, Levy's looking for his opening. Showers is trying to protect himself by keeping his back to him, which is a very dangerous thing. And when he turned and looked, he just dropped. All right, here we go.
There you see the running time. Again, a 5-minute competition.
Right.
Thompson knocks ones away and is able to maintain his club.
That was a beautiful control by Thompson. That was a beautiful attack. Thompson against Brancell here, and Thompson just takes him out by accident. Just a moment of misattention, and it goes. Rentmeester against Brancell. Rentmeester's still alive. Brancell sees him.
Rentmeester out of Wisconsin.
And Brancell takes it.
Rentmeester has done a great job helping out with several other things during the week, and
You see
there's
that?
a great job by
That's Brancell
Brancell.
against Horton. They are two of the strongest players, and they are aggressive.
Sayers will try to back in, and
when both players take each other out, there's no point. 2 new players come in, so no points awarded.
Spicola, very aggressive, but not able to stay inside the ring.
Exactly. In that first throw, that attacking throw right there that you see from Thompson, it can't be so far forward that it takes you out of the ring.
Thompson with a very quick move there on Brown.
Thompson with a very quick 180 to put his back to Revere. Both players take themselves out. Levy against Rentmeester.
As we
And Rentmeester just pushes Levy out.
tries to take advantage of the size there.
Exactly. Doesn't even go for the clubs. Goes for the whole body. And it's only in sumo that you can do body against body attacks like that. This is the only format that allows that. Brancell against Horton again. 2 very strong attackers.
Come on, Josh.
Both are still alive.
Now waiting for a moment. Horton.
Now, after that first high throw is thrown on your attack, there's Brancell. Brancell gets all 3 and survives it.
As
Well
we
done.
near that 2-minute mark.
Oh, Brancell just destroys Sayers. Brancell against Joe Showers. Showers goes for the push. Brancell is still in. No point. I'm not sure why that was. All right. Thompson against Spicola.
Go, Ben, get him. Yeah, catch. You got it,
That was
Nice
beautiful.
job by Thompson. Now against Brown.
Did you
Brown
see the
knocks it
control?
down.
Did you see the control? Brown wasn't even looking at the club in the air. He looked straight at the other club and knocked it out.
No point.
The moment that you're most vulnerable is when that high throw is coming down, because you've got 2 clubs in your hand and you've got to catch it, but your opponent has 3 clubs and he can use that club to hit it. That gives him 20 inches more reach than you've got.
So Riddles back within 2, under a minute and a half to go here as Levy is back in the circle.
Horton's foot went all the way out of the ring. He tried to hold on, but he just lost it by a toe.
And so Team Swift with the 3-point lead here, nearing the 1-minute mark.
They are loving that. Swift could not be happier than having a lead here in the individual competition. Sayers against Brancell, 2 great jugglers. Brancell, the stronger combat player. And that was what we call a mutual death. Suicide attack.
Ring out. Point. Team Riddle.
Sacrifice attack, no winner. Here we go. Brown against Thompson.
No point.
And right now, Team Swift would be happy to just go ahead and stall the time here.
But you can't stall in this game. There is no stall. The ring is so small that you've got to be aggressive at all times. They would love to just sit back if they could.
So let's see if Riddles can come back here in the final 20 seconds.
20 seconds left.
That was a big point by Brancell.
Swift is up only by 1. Swift up by 2. Here we go. Spicola versus Sayers. If Sayers can catch this.
No point.
No point.
Riddles needs
2,
this. Riddles
1.
needs this point right here.
And they
No
will
point.
not get it. No point. And so Team Swift will pick up the victory.
So close, so close. One minor injury on the field, but that was just to the face. You don't
Team
juggle
Riddles,
with your face, you juggle
11
with your
points.
hands. So
Team
Spicola's
Swift,
going to be in the
12
next
points.
round. A bloody nose is
Swift
not going to stop
takes
Spicola.
Take Sumo Combat.
There's Rentmeester being
next
very
round will be
aggressive
free.
with that first. And so it is a 12-11 victory for Team Swift, and they lead the overall competition 2-0. But we're going to go right into Breach, which is a similar format actually to football. And with the details, here's Matthew Wise.
So Matt, explain how Breach is played.
Breach is similar to football in that one team is on offense and the other on defense. The offensive team chooses one of their players to be the runner, who is identified by different colored clubs. The offensive team's objective is to clear the way so that the runner can make it to the breach zone on the opposite side of the combat arena. If a runner does breach the enemy's end zone, that team scores a point, possession switches, and the game continues.
So we will see like blocking and similar things to
Oh,
football.
absolutely, absolutely. You're going to see players organizing themselves in their defensive arrangements in order to prevent just that breach runner from getting around. And you'll have other players on the offensive team playing very similar roles to linemen trying to protect the runner.
And the first runner for Riddles will be Joe Showers. He has the different colored clubs. He's got to make it from one side to the other side while still juggling. Nothing else matters.
There's Levy being very, very aggressive. Showers being well protected.
Right.
And now Levy came up from behind and was able to knock the clubs out of Showers.
You never want to let the opposing team get behind your runner here because your runner is looking forward and he doesn't see that blind catch. So the very first thing that Levy did at that, one long throw to go all the way across. The runner here is Carney. Carney for Team Swift. Carney's hanging way back, letting his blockers do some work to clear some holes. You see him, he's just looking for that hole. He's being protected by Brancell. Everything else going on the field, Carney's not looking for. He's just looking at this fight between Brancell and Thompson. He makes it past Thompson, and he's almost in. It's one-on-one to the end.
And it is a score.
Now, Mike, while the blockers are fighting against each other, the ones without the runners' clubs, if they drop, if they're taken out, they're off the field. So they can clear the field for their runner. So all these little scratches make a huge difference.
And Team Riddles with the possession again.
Once again, Joe Showers is the runner. You can see he's being protected by Sayers, who's dropped, so he's lost his protection. And behind Showers, he doesn't see it. Spicola's right behind Showers.
Turnover. 3-yard line.
Nice job by Spicola to come up with the defense. And so that's where Team Swift will take over on their own 5-yard line. By the way, this is a 20-yard field that they are on.
Yes. Once again, we've got Carney as the runner. Carney is an excellent runner. He's such a good defensive player. He's so hard to take out. He's a very aggressive player on offense, but on defense, he's just always moving. He always protects himself. He sees every side.
Well, in addition, he's extremely quick, too.
Oh, he's fast.
And that's why he'll take a look at Thompson now on the one side.
And he
Thompson
sees the strategy.
is knocked out.
Yep, he sees this hole. The only one he's worried about right now is Thompson. Here, Thompson's still in on the side here. Brancell is protecting him from Thompson. And once that confrontation goes, you're going to see Carney just fly across the ring. And now he's just got a clear sail and there's nobody to stop him.
And so, Team Swift is having themselves a very solid day thus far, as they have won the first 2 competitions in Major League Combat, and they have scored 2 breaches here in Breach. Joe Showers, excuse me, again the runner, back in the end zone.
There's Joe.
He is unprotected
He's being attacked
right
by
now.
Spicola. Spicola's after Showers, but Showers gets around him. Showers against Brancell. If he can get by this, he's got it. Showers is going all the way in. And that breach was all Joe Showers. That was all Joe Showers. He was barely protected at the end. He had to take out 2 opponents to make it to the side. That was a beautiful run by Showers.
And Joe showing some emotion as well, as he did a great job of exploding down that sideline.
Once again, Carney's the runner. Showers goes in, super aggressive, takes himself up, but to try to get something against Carney. We see Sayers. Sayers is the most advanced player right on the field right now. Levy's trying to take out Sayers, and it doesn't even matter to Carney. He just runs by.
Again, so quick once he sees a hole. Again, the logic for a lot of these defenders is to toss the clubs right way up in the air in an effort to knock the other clubs out, but that takes time, and Sayers is able to take advantage of that in the air.
Plus, he sees the one-on-one confrontation. So even though Sayers is fighting so hard against Brenzel, Carney just saw the hole. He didn't even care about that confrontation. Once again, Showers on offense.
Here we go.
It's Showers against Carney. Showers against Carney. If he gets Carney's club, he makes it. So close. So close.
He did not get it, and so Team Swift will get the possession.
And once again, this is a game where Team Swift's strength of the fact that they live so close, that they work together, they learn to juggle together in the jugheads makes such a difference.
So Carney, once again, the runner, going to try to take advantage of that quickness. Team Swift with the lead.
Right. Team Riddles has to get a little more aggressive. They've got to get a hold of Carney faster.
And
there's Carney. Carney trying to get by Thompson.
Yep, good
Thompson
job.
Takes it out.
Nice job by Ben Thompson on the defense there.
But did you see how fast Carney was running there? He was throwing triples. He wasn't even trying to control the clubs. Throw a triple, run under it. Throw another triple and run.
And so turn it over to Team Riddles as they will have possession just inside of Team Swift territory.
Once again, we saw Dan Brown trying to get behind. He just a moment's inattention, he went out. Sayers took himself out on a high throw again.
Levy is out. Showers.
So there's only two defenders on the field, just Carney and Brancell.
Thompson now will drop out as he won't provide any protection. And now Showers will drop as well. Joe Showers will turn possession over to Team Swift.
And there was a chance for a breach there when they only had two defenders on Team Swift, but the defenders held it off. Here we go. Spicola goes forward, takes out Sayers, and ends up taking himself out at the same time.
And by the way, if you aren't thinking that these folks are athletes, this is absolutely proving you wrong, because these guys, this is very, very grueling competition.
This is a lot of conditioning, the aerobics you need for this. You'd be exhausted by now just juggling this long, much less juggling while trying to attack other jugglers while juggling. And it's just Carney against Horton. That's the only ones left. No one can help him. It's just one-on-one. Carney against Horton.
Horton baiting him a little bit. Carney saying, no, thank you. I'll just go ahead. And there he makes the move. Carney's in. Breaks around. I'll tell you what, Sean Carney is playing very, very well here at Breach. Take a look as you'll see the attempt made, but Carney able to keep the handle on it.
Now, when it's one-on-one again like that, like just the runner against one defender, like we saw there with Carney versus Horton. Horton could, you'd think, just throw all three clubs up and just take a sacrifice. But you're not allowed to do that, and you'll be penalized. You've got to always be at least attempting possession of your own clubs. And that's a call by referee Matt Weiss, and there's so much that he's got to control out there.
So a couple of defenders.
Showers is being attacked by both Brancell, backed up by Carney, and Brancell just destroys him.
Turnover.
So,
possession, Team Swift.
Give it to Team Swift. Team Swift with the lead, and they've got excellent short field here. Again, just like football.
But unlike football, you can't do just one move to get in. There's no short pass into the end zone because they're attacking. Did you see
Carney
the aggression there against Carney by Showers?
And Carney will waltz in. Showers.
Showers almost took out Carney's clubs, but also almost took out Showers out of Carney's head.
Joe Showers out 1 minute.
And the referee saw that. He decided that was too aggressive a play, and he's giving him a 1 minute timeout. So that's going to put them down one player, and now Swift has a huge advantage, 5-on-4.
And so now the runner will be Josh Horton for Team Riddles. Showers had been the runner.
So we've got Horton against Brown. Horton gets through. Horton against Carney. Horton gets through. Horton against Brancell. Oh, so close.
Very, very close. Excellent aggressive move by Horton.
Yeah. It was Horton. It was just Horton against Brancell, and then all that was left was Horton against the jib cam to make it in.
Yeah, and Horton says, I think I should have been the runner. See?
Yeah.
And so, again, it is 5-on-4.
5-on-4.
As Joe Showers is still sitting out the penalty.
Brancell takes out Thompson to make it 5-on-3.
Carney's almost
through.
got knocked out by Levy,
right.
His own teammate.
So now it's 2 against 2. It's all about Brancell protecting Carney or making a hole for Carney.
And Showers is back in.
Good. Here we see Horton against Carney. He pushed him back. And what would be a safety in football is just a turnover all the way at the end of the field.
And so it will be a short field for Team Riddle.
There they go. And Showers is just was thinking he could just step right in, but they formed up too fast. He's going to make it in. Showers is in.
And there is a breach for Showers and Team Riddles.
That was beautiful short yardage play, putting Showers right up there in front instead of protecting him and letting him run right in. Look at that run by Carney there. He was so close.
6-yard line. Possession. Team Riddles. Pause. You have your gloves.
Showers is determined to catch up on points here, so he's putting himself. He's going to put himself farther forward. It looks like. Looking for that opening. If Spicola drops, Showers does his run. Showers is hanging back. Now they've pushed Showers back. Brancell's alone.
Sayers
takes out. And it's just the one left if he can catch that. So you saw Showers.
That concludes breach.
Showers caught the club in the end zone.
Our final
but
score.
it looked like he didn't get a second catch for it to
2
count.
points.
I'm not sure if they're going to award
5
him the
points.
point.
Team Swift. Team Swift takes breach.
And so it is Team Swift who will take the Breach Championship with a 5-2 victory. So congratulations to Team Swift. We've got a couple more coming up for you as the Major League Combat continues here from the Sioux Falls Arena. When we come back, the MLC Battle of them all. It's Zombie Combat, and it's coming up next. With Scotty Melter, I'm Mike Henriksen from the Sioux Falls Arena in beautiful Sioux Falls, South Dakota. There you see Team Swift with 3 victories so far over Team Riddles. And it is time for 2012 Major League Combat Finals in Zombie. Zombie Combat is the penultimate event. Before we get to this complex strategy-based game, let's take a few seconds to understand just what's about to happen.
All right, so it sounds fun, it sounds unique. Please explain what Zombie Combat is all about.
Zombie Combat gives each player a 3-tiered level of destruction. If a player loses a club, he becomes a zombie and cannot move his feet, but can move his arms to attack opposing team players who come within arm's reach. Zombies may also throw clubs to other zombies on their team to reactivate them with full player's abilities. A player that loses 2 clubs becomes a paralyzed zombie. Paralyzed zombies are not out, but can't move or attack until a teammate throws them another club to upgrade them back to zombie status. A player that loses all 3 clubs becomes a decapitated zombie, and that is where the player's chances run out and they must leave the combat arena. So you often have situations where you have 2 players left on your team, each as zombies. One will throw a club to the other to reactivate them so the fight can continue.
So, in this competition, as in life in general, avoiding zombies, a good thing.
Absolutely.
This is Zombie Combat. We have 10 minutes on the clock. Team Riddles, are you ready? Team Swift, are you ready?
And so we are set to go. Again, a 10-minute timed competition.
Now you've seen Team Swift is already up 3-0 in this. They're going to win the Major League Combat match, but that's not enough for them because last year they lost 4-1. So to tie from last year, they've got to take this, And they want to shut him out. They want all 5. They want to win badly.
There you saw Joe Showers, who was a zombie, actually knocked one person down while he was there. They will throw it down to Doug Sayers to activate him. And
so now Sayers is the only live player on Team Riddles. So they're going to try to do everything they can to attack him.
And they tried to get it down to Showers, and he drops it.
And now
that's going to do it.
Right.
Point, Team Swift.
When you have 2 clubs in your hand, you're allowed to throw one to another player. When you've got only one, you can't do anything. This is a game that Team Swift really does have an advantage in because there's so much strategy going on here, and they play together. They've talked about these strategies. They've got some ideas. Great players on Team Riddles, but they don't get to play together as often.
And it doesn't matter what the team sport is. Here's Spicola being extremely aggressive.
Right. Right now,
Levy is down.
Showers only has 1 club, so he can't attack anyone, and he can't throw that club. But if a club is thrown to him, that puts him up. Rentmeester right now, you'll see he's hiding a club behind him. That's strategic. He's trying to look to the other team like he's a paralyzed zombie, but he's not.
And a nice job there by Thompson of activating Showers, but then Showers actually dropped a club.
Right, but he got one more to play. So we've got 3 live players right now on Team Riddles.
And just 1 on Team Swift.
And Rentmeester threw his club there, so Rentmeester now is a paralyzed zombie.
Right. Meanwhile, Levy has been reactivated.
Levy and Bransel are the only players alive right now on Team Swift.
And it's Horton and Sayers for Team Riddles.
Right. So now just 1 alive.
Horton avoiding the zombie there on his left. That would be Colin Revere.
So now it's all about Horton and Sayers versus Bransel, and I think Rentmeester is still hiding a club. I think that there's a club behind his back trying to lure Bransel to get near him because he can't attack.
Horton and Sayers
against Bransel.
And there was a nice interception by Horton. And that will do it, as Team Riddles will take that round. So we're tied at 1 apiece.
Exactly. And you see that last attack by Bransel, when he threw the club all the way across the field. While that club was in the air, he was able to still attack with his 2, and if it was caught by one of his other players, he could reactivate a zombie and then become a zombie himself. A really advanced play. That didn't work.
And take a look here as dropping back is Horton to intercept that and knock it down.
There was that move we were talking about, and Horton was right where he needed to be.
Nice, Doug. Watch out! Oh, I'm sorry, Doug.
Yes. Doug Sayers got smoked in the head by Spicola. That was Spicola who said right away, I'm sorry.
That's right. Sayers, although he was juggling all 3 clubs, may have been turned into a zombie just by that hit to the head.
Rentmeester.
And while Rentmeester was doing a beautiful recovery, Thompson just came in and destroyed it.
So Rentmeester and Thompson are both zombies at this point for Team Riddles.
And only Bransel is juggling right now.
There's a good job by Thompson of keeping Brown from getting reactivated. Showers goes out. So now
2-on-1.
Yep.
Against Bransel, we've got Sayers 3-on-1. They reactivated Showers.
And Brown is going to attempt to make a long throw here. Horton is actually going to keep an eye on that as they make to look the run to Levy. They got 1 to him. Now they get 3.
And so now we've got Spicola has got 3 clubs. So it's 3-on-1 against Spicola, and none of his zombies have 2 clubs. So none of them are going to be able to do anything until he throws to them.
Rentmeester gave himself up by giving up his final club to get Thompson.
But he threw that club to Levy, reactivating Levy.
So Levy
still
alive. Sayers and Horton.
Levy can do an attack, throw 1 club, take his attack, and then throw the other club to that same person and activate them. So those paralyzed zombies on the field are still useful. Can he get it? Levy is still alive. Now it's just Levy versus Sayers.
Actually, no, you're good.
Brancell's letting Levy know that he can throw a club to him when he needs to. And there they go. They've activated Horton too.
Yep.
So 2-on-1 against Jack Levy.
And a nice move by Horton. And I believe that's going to give the point to Team Riddles. It will.
Both teams, reset.
Let's take a look at the replay. Again.
Hey, Doug, I got it. You got it.
You're
There's
seeing that
the long throw.
two-club throw trying to activate.
And again, a
Nicola
nice
gets
job.
3.
Yep, nice job by Horton of knocking one of those down.
And there's that final run by Levy against 2 players.
You can hear the teams talking with each other, communicating with each other, just as they would on the basketball court or baseball field.
Exactly. There is so much teamwork involved in this, especially the strategy with the zombies. After you drop, you are not out of this game.
And again, this is a game that was basically developed by the jugglers themselves.
Absolutely.
nice throw by Revere. And there's Sayers with the nice, Showers with the nice knockdown. Brown
Brown up
throwing
so
it high.
And you saw when Brown's club was so high, that's when Horton came into attack. As that club's coming down is when you are most vulnerable.
So
we've got Brancell is up, Sayers is up, and
now
Rentmeester just reactivated Horton.
And Thompson is back up as well, as Showers reactivated him.
One high, one low. 2-2.
And there you go. Nice job by Revere.
And Team Riddles did not see the attack from Team Swift coming behind them, as Spicola and Levy were coming in from behind. They had no idea they were there.
So now 3. Thompson now with a nice stretch.
That was beautiful.
Yep.
Now to catch that club, he cannot move his feet to catch that club. That throw has to be all the way to him. If he moves his feet, it's a foot fault and he's out.
And Thompson is able to stay alive.
Yep. Thompson. And now Sayers comes in with him.
Horton is down. Oh.
Just a moment's inattention. Moments inattention. Brancell against Sayers.
So Thompson will give up 2 clubs. Or Sayers
will give up 2 clubs to Thompson to activate Thompson. Thompson against Brancell. Brancell can do an attack, throw a club all the way to one of his zombies to come out of it. And it's just Sayers. Sayers is alone. He has no zombies to protect him.
Aggressive move by both players, but neither one able to knock the other out.
Now watch Brancell. Watch when he does this throw on his attack. He's going to throw behind Sayers to keep himself in a safe zone. Brancell against Sayers still.
One other thing that plays into zombie, and that is the actual clubs that are still left on the ground. You have to avoid those as well, because that can be dangerous.
Yes. And a beautiful use of zombies. Beautiful use of those clubs that were still there. And Sayers takes himself out, and a beautiful point for Team Swift. Good reactivations there by Team Swift, using those zombies intelligently. That really shows the team play they've got.
There was the stretch by Thompson, an outstanding job.
Oh, yeah.
Sayers with the aggressive move. And there you see, again, teamwork. Give up 1, get 2 back. Great job.
That was a beautiful reactivation. Watch this
and here's the over the head by Revere.
Tries
the
to get
toss,
it back.
And it's good.
That was beautiful.
And great camera work by the crew also.
Yes.
Outstanding job, guys. It's been fun to work with you all today. Very enjoyable. As we continue on Zombie.
And you saw Showers. Showers doing a beautiful job of defending with his back to him because you can't move your feet. It's not like you can turn around and face the guy. But Revere did that beautiful throw over his back to reactivate.
Nice.
A beautiful catch by Doug Sayers there. Catches it behind his back, turning around without moving his feet.
Drop one, Dan. Come.
Horton and Brencel, Redmeister coming in for the assist. Sayers activates Showers. And we have got 3-on-1, 3-on-1. But if you have to have one person alive on your team, you want it to be.
And Thompson will give up his to Sayers. Yep. So now it's 4-on-1. Team Riddles. Brown and Revere in pretty good
Stephen
position.
Brencel is so good. 4-on-1 and he's still alive. And he's taken it down to 3-on-1, turning Showers into a zombie.
Now they'll reactivate
Showers
him.
activated by Horton. Horton's running with 2 clubs for no reason. He's way too good for that.
Yeah, and he knew it about his third step.
Yeah.
So now 3-on-1.
But and Brencel is still alive there.
Redmeister goes
very
in.
aggressive in there, and Brencel survives. A brutal attack. Brencel survives. If he can get this club, now it's 1-on-1. Brencel has stayed alive against 4 opponents, then 3 opponents, then 2 opponents. They've managed to reactivate Showers, so it's still 2-on-1.
Redmeister is out of the competition now. Brencel, there's the toss, and
they've got to make someone alive now.
Yep, they finally
and a
did.
Beautiful play by Horton.
Good job of Horton of activating 2 of his teammates.
Right, that was really heads up. He saw that 2 players had 2 clubs each, 2.
And Brencel, able to activate.
They've got it, and it's Brencel against Sayers. Again, beautiful, smart reactivations by both Team Swift and Team Riddles there. Sayers against Brencel. How many times have we seen this? Let's see who gets the better of it this time.
The long throw, Showers couldn't get it, but he gets reactivated by Sayers.
And now it's all about Showers. There's no zombies on the field. Showers has no one to help him. It's Showers against Brencel. Showers goes for the aggression with 1 throw up high.
And
and he thought
that Horton had a club.
He did. He didn't realize Horton was out.
So he flipped a club backwards, but Horton was not able to grab it.
Final score: 3 points Team Swift, 2 points Team Riddles.
And that is so frustrating. That is so frustrating.
360s combat.
And so, congratulations, Team Swift will pick up the victory in Zombie as they have 3 match wins to 2. And so, again, Team Swift now with 4 victories in Major League Combat. One more event to go before we wrap up the evening. It's 360s Combat when we return to the Sioux Falls Arena. From the Sioux Falls Arena with Scotty Meltzer, I'm Mike Henriksen. Swift picked up the victory. Team Swift in Zombie. They lead 4-0 over Riddles. Time now for 360.
All right, so Matt, we've seen the 360 competition. Explain to me the 360 combat.
360 combat is very similar to the 360s competition. The objective is to do as many 3-up 360s as possible. The difference is now, instead of being on the floor by yourself, you've got an opponent on the field at the same time. And your opponent can use traditional combat maneuvers to try and knock your clubs out of your hand to prevent you from being able to do 360s. Common strategy is to knock down another player's clubs so that while they're retrieving their clubs, you've got open time to do your 3-up 360s.
So it will be Brencel going against Horton in this first round. And again, the team title is wrapped up. we know that Team Swift is going to win the championship, but there's a revenge factor here last year because they got beat 4-1 last year. They would like nothing better than to come back and sweep this competition.
Exactly. And what you're seeing here, you're seeing the attack. Once they can take another player out, they see how many of those 360s they can do. So this is combining violence and form. And there we go. Bransel throws a 360, gets another point in there. Bransel against Horton. You'll notice Horton is attacking from his side.
Why is that?
He's trying to keep his clubs farther away from Bransel's so that he's giving him a much smaller area to attack from. When you're facing, you've got 3 clubs to attack. When you're on the side, there's only that 1 club on the side. And Bransel's doing a beautiful job of getting those 360s in.
Bransel on the attack again, is able to keep the clubs.
Horton does a beautiful job of owning that 360, even while being attacked. Here we go. Here we see in slow motion, here we see Horton going on the attack, hitting the 360. Just in the last second, we'll see if they count that last 360. Judges say?
Team Riddles scored 2 360s. Team Swift scored 3 360s.
So Team Swift with the lead. And now this will bring up Dan Brown and Joe Showers.
Team Swift player, you ready? Riddles player, you ready?
Both excellent jugglers. Excellent at 360s. As you can see, they've decided to just have a 360s contest, not even attack each other. Who can do the most? All right, and now Showers realizes that if he's behind on the 360s, he's got to attack.
That's right. So in he goes.
They both drop. They have to do 3 throws first. There we go. Showers starts his 360s first and runs in for the attack. While he's doing that, Brown aborted 1 360. And Showers, and they're back to a 360s competition. Showers is in.
Brown with a nice job of just backing off. Now he'll be the aggressor against Showers. Brown with another 360.
Brown had a lot of time in there. He could have gotten in 2 more 360s in there if he had known that Showers had dropped. Because Brown is good enough to just chain together 360s, one after the other.
So now he will try to do that. Showers was not able to match him on that 360, and then Brown with the drop. There's time.
That was Team Riddles, 12 360s. Team Swift, 12 360s.
Oh.
So that was a tie. As you see, they just turned it into a 360 competition there to begin with.
Yeah, you saw the number. The first was 3-2, and this was 12-12. And these 360s are exhausting. Doing a minute of 360s with no one trying to hit you in the face with a club is tiring enough.
And again, this comes at the end of a very long day of competition. This is our 5th game of Major League Combat. Again, these are some excellent athletes that you are seeing out here.
Jack Levy just went for the 720 in there to try to score 2 60s in one, but he didn't qualify. He didn't catch all 3, but it's a beautiful move he can do.
Levy and Thompson matching up against each other.
Levy is able to throw 720s. So if he gets the time, like right now,
but
Thompson throws in a beautiful 720 there and lines up those 360s after it.
And there's another 720, but he did not qualify it by
another 720 by
Levy.
Levy. I think Levy's 720 counted there. It looked like he got the throws after. We'll see. Thompson with another 720. Levy with a 360. Thompson with a 360. Levy with a 720, but he doesn't get it. Thompson goes for a 720,
and he
Levy
got that one.
Levy almost got in there. Another 720 from Thompson. He didn't get it. A 720 from Levy. That will count. That's going to be high scoring, I think.
So Team Swift, here's the 720 by Levy. Nice job.
Nice job. And there's the 720 by Thompson.
Didn't quite get it.
Not as nice a job on that one.
That's right.
That was 12 360s Team Riddles, 9 360s Team Swift. As we are tied, will both teams please add 1 more player for 1 more round of 360s that you've not used?
Now
since it is tied, At 1.5, it is now one more player.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter how many 360s you won each match by.
Right.
It's the number of matches.
So this is our final competition.
Right.
As Sean Carney will take on Doug Sayers.
Neither of these players expected to be in a 360s competition. They expected there would only be 3. And it looks like Carney has decided to make this into a combat competition, not a 360s competition.
Sayers won't qualify on that one.
And Carney got us in. Carney's got us in. That could be it, because Carney's going to do everything he can now to just stop Sayers from ever getting a chance at a 360. Carney is going to do all combat and doesn't get it in. Carney's up. They're tied.
Sayers.
They're tied. So Carney's got to get another 360 in, which is not what Carney likes to do. He got
that one.
He got it 2-1.
Nice job.
If Carney can get a 360 off here, he needs this bad. He needs it so badly.
But Team Swift looking to sweep the competition after being defeated last year 4-1. And there's time.
Carney did such a good job there in a skill that is not his best, the 360s.
And I love the looks on both of their faces. Again, these competitors.
They're
Team Riddles, 2 360s for Team Swift.
Oh, fabulous.
360 combat.
Team Swift will pick up the victory, and it will be a clean sweep. So congratulations to Team Swift.
Team Swift wins. Major League Combat 2012 at the World Juggling Federation. Congratulations, Team Swift.
5-0, Team Swift. They could not be happier.
Absolutely a great performance, and it just shows that teamwork does indeed make a difference, as both teams are congratulating each other. Very nice show of sportsmanship. And here once again,
we have Alexis Koziak. She is Miss Sioux Empire Fair to present the trophy. And you can be sure that tonight, all night, we're going to be playing combat in the gym.
I believe it. You know, Sioux Falls, South Dakota has hosted some wonderful events, and we're delighted that the folks from the World Juggling Federation have decided to make this their home for this season. Would love to have them back. Congratulations to 2012 Major League Combat Champions, Team Swift. It's been another amazing year of Major League Combat. Form your team now. Start training for WJF 9. We might see you right here live on ESPN 3. This has been Mike Henriksen along with Scotty Meltzer and Jolene Letcher. We thank you all for watching. After seeing these amazing competitors in battle, it's normal to feel compelled to learn how to juggle. If you want to learn, go to thewjfstore.com. This has been a production of the World Juggling Federation in association with ESPN Incorporated. We thank our friends at ESPN 3, our production staff, our volunteers as well. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.